Don't say worry, don't support you. Fraud say my guy, Grace don't follow you. They only follow people say there's one more eviction. I looked at fraud. I said fraud, they're suspect. You won't go. Before you know it,
you were still sure it wasn't you.
I was still sure. Like I said, my gallant. Phone them can't call my name. I said no, they are still. I will come back. I was pained.
Yeah. Nelson, Mr. Anderson. Just like Thelma here, you left off of a general nomination, right? And a lot of the housemates, I think you were the one person I don't think were surprised you left. At the time, because they thought that people must like this guy. A lot of the housemates liked you. They thought that reflected on viewers. First of all, do you think people that was fair with what he did, putting everybody up?
I think it was fair at some point because I wasn't giving enough energy. At some point, I was just laying around. I was sick, very sick, and even due to the tax at the arena, I had to push myself extra because I always want to get to that point, and then I actually pushed myself. So when I left, I'm like, okay, tried my best, and it's fine.
Because there were a lot of people who were voted out or left the game and were very shocked about how early they left. Let's take a look at it.
I feel like Avala was shocked.
It was shocking. It was more of a reality check, and I did feel down because I did not get a chance to say goodbye to Avala or Isilom.
The housemate that was shocked the most when she was evicted was Kim.
I was shocked with Kim.
Mopra.
I think that would be Kim. I expected to have stayed longer in the house. She's pretty, she got fans as beauty queen and whatnot. So yeah, I felt like, in fact, I heard her say when she left.
Kimopra. Not only were the other housemates shocked, I mean, we just saw Sadi there, who was even up against you and survived, saying that he was surprised. You were also very surprised about you leaving, weren't you?
Yes, I was. I was really surprised. I was mad. I was furious because I'm like, someone did something wrong. Who is that person? I just wanted to go outside and fight the person, whoever did something wrong. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's a game show. I knew at some point I would have to face up to that reality if I wasn't the one that was going to win. But at the same time, I didn't want to leave that early also. I felt like I would have had enough votes to stay, like despite, being up with the people I was up with. I'm like, at least, I feel like I would have done pretty well, so.
Did you think you came across as overconfident? Because from the reaction of fans, there was a sense that you felt like, I got this. And that might have rubbed people up the wrong way. Do you think that was the wrong move?
No, that's who I am. I feel like people always have that perception of me because that's just who I am. I come out strong. I never want to show like any weakness whatsoever, even if I feel like you're a threat to me or I feel like, oh, this person, I'm not too sure of my stand in the house. I just embody my confidence, and I feel like it shows. It's not something I need to talk about. I don't need to speak. I feel like when I just walk into a room, everybody knows that, oh, this girl is confident.
There was also a belief that you had a strategy of being cool with the guys. But don't you see how that would have rubbed off sort of female viewers? Or
I don't think so, because people, how I act is coming from the kind of person I have and the kind of experiences I've had with girls. I know females, you could be friends with them, but you're always quick to stab you at the back.
But I saw you nodding a lot when I was talking about the woman, Hannah being sort of a woman's woman. Why were you nodding? What were you in agreement with?
I was in agreement with that because she did come off like she didn't want nothing to do with the girls. So I felt, me personally, I don't know about everybody else, I just felt like she just felt like she was better than us. So that made me feel like, come on, like, I know, I've seen you outside, like.
Exactly, so why would you feel that way?
So you knew her before?
We did auditions
from
together.
the auditions, okay.
Yeah, I met her at the auditions.
So, wait, sorry. Was she a different person in the auditions from what you saw in the house? Okay.
That's why when I was in there, I had a problem with her because I felt as if she just entered and something else just happened. And I realized something.
Did you think it was a strategy she was playing?
Yeah, and I felt like she's very competitive. And if you're also competitive, she will definitely rub you off wrong way.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, you understand?
That was just it. It was a competition. You remember me, like when we met outside the house, I'm cool with you, but now we're in a competition against each other. So you don't expect me to be like handsy pansy. I mean, I can try to be friends because I actually made genuine friendships. 14 days in the house, out of the house, and we're still friends. But to me, I felt like I wasn't going to go out of my way for anything. Honestly, I had pure love for Avala because I feel like we went through the process together to get to the house.
So Mary doesn't get a chance for her to see.
Yeah, because, honestly,
No,
we were
no,
first...
yeah. When Kim got her veto power.
You're like, who's this person?
I can be.
When you see Kim coming, you're running like this. Oh, she's coming again.
Well, we're gonna go on a break now and come back with more talk about eviction. Believed as guy's girl was you. You probably, of course, you left a week earlier than Kimopra. Do you see the point Kimopra is making, or do you see the point the viewer sort of felt that she wasn't? I mean, you can be a guy's babe without, alienating women.
I do agree that she's a guy's girl, being a guy's girl myself. But I think it's two different things. She's a guy's girl and at the same time she rubs the girls off the wrong way. I found Kim to be, I have to say that my opinions now are based on my 1 week at the time, in the house at the time. I've not had any interaction, not so much interaction with her outside the house. She rubbed me off in a really bad way. I didn't feel intimidated by her, but I felt she felt like Avala said she was better than everybody. And she just really used to piss me off, man. Little things she would do, and I just feel like, and I didn't, like I said, I didn't perceive her to be a genuine person at the time.
Those things like
I can't say that now because I don't know her. But at the time, I just thought she was.
So what
No,
things
she
like
said
what
things
did,
like
things
what?
like what did she do that pissed you off?
Maybe the accent thing was a bit too much for me.
Okay.
Something that she really did, I think that really, really upset me was the time Jeff was trying to pick teams. And the ladies obviously got upset that, why aren't any females being picked? And obviously all the girls got behind that, but it just really pissed me off that Kim was saying, this is choice, this game, this is choice. I don't know, they were friends, they had a thing, I don't know what that was about, but that's what
Bring it in. No, you don't want to bring that.
rubbed off.
Okay.
There was another time that we were having like a discussion in the room about this baby picture or something, and everyone started really laughing, and later Otessa started to tell me that she put water in her eyes from the bottle, so I feel like
Are
she
you
was
a
laughing.
child? Are you a child?
For that
I was trying to believe because I didn't see her do it. But I was kind
So how would I put water in my eye?
around the house. There was a time that she had the audacity to tell me to stand up on a chair.
I want to hear the chair situation. What happened with the chair situation? What details?
Okay, so I think when the night before, Kim and Jeff had got it into their head that because there was one chair that was rose gold and was right opposite the HOH chair. They had had a discussion while everyone was asking that, this should probably be the veto person's chair, which I don't have a problem with, right? It should have probably been the veto chair, was the only different chair, it made sense. But I'm not going to be sitting down on national TV and you come and
Exactly, so that was the point. So
if you had said, guys, I think, this chair is for the head of house. I think maybe it was a man of approach, and I don't know why Jeff decided to set himself in the situation at the time. I don't know. Maybe it was not irritating. Like, why would you tell me to stand up?
I mean, I could tell how it could be annoying or pissed. It can get anyone pissed. But at that point in time, I really wasn't just.
So what do you think of
thinking
her at the
about
time?
her. I felt like, me and this lover were cool.
What do you think of her now?
Now?
After the show. What kind of smile is this?
You smell like.
I could care less.
Is she Lomo? Like I asked her, how do you feel about her now?
I mean, different. Like I said, we don't have a relationship outside the house, we don't have any relationship. And it's not because, for me, it's not because, oh, this is what she did a year ago. I mean, obviously, we're always cordial every time we see. There's always a, but there's no relationship.
That's fair
I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
All right, we need to go on a break.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we're going to come back. Because I think the one thing we established that the feeling is mutual.
Yeah,
But we need to go on a break. We'll come back and talk more. Please don't go away. It's a Big Brother NAIJA prepared them the reunion show. So there's a perception that people who leave early on the show are usually not the most fun people. I don't know if it's a fair narrative, but let's find out from the housemates who they thought were boring. Yes.
Thelma, Omoshola was entertaining, Ford was entertaining, Mercy and Ike together were very entertaining.
I'll pick Avala.
Avala, we were not really that close. I mean, I didn't really know much about her. Definitely, I'll pick Thelma.
Or are we still going to blame the sickness?
I'm shocked that Toya was out. It's boring. Because I was always cooking for this act.
Cooking doesn't make you
I was cooking, I was watching his back. I had his back. I gave this man room to sleep in.
But that's what you heard about. So
like,
now, that's not entertaining. We're talking
but
about being
at least I had this guy's back.
Okay.
Coin-wise, my bedroom, I left my comfort zone for this guy sleeping. So for me to have your back, you should know that you can't even open your mouth sounds. But you even know, and the funny thing, I even know this guy before the house. No, so you know me to a point because you even know the guy.
So back to my point. Knowing you, you're cooking, you give up your room, that doesn't equate to you being entertaining. There's friendship, there's your G, there's you cook for him. What I'm getting, my point is, do you agree?
No, I don't agree.
You were not entertaining.
No, I don't agree because
are you angry at the fact that Toya said it?
Yeah,
are you
I'm angry that you even
at
say
the
that.
perception?
I'm angry that you because if they say friends in the house,
So
after
if
the
Toya
house,
didn't, okay, let's assume Toya didn't say.
I won't be upset.
So you think you're boring besides Toya?
I don't think I was boring besides the but I don't think I would be upset. I won't take it like a big deal, but for my own guy that knows me, my guy that knows me to say that I was boring. I'm watching it and I'm saying that Nelson was
It's not your guy that will tell you the truth.
like me say what the fuck. Why will you always say that? Why will you always say that?
We need to say something else. Calm down. We did talk to a couple of you to find out who you would have swapped out if you had a chance to replace those who were evicted. Let's see what you guys had to say.
Avala for Kathy. I would have said Avala because to Avala.
Thelma, just because of the drama I should have brought to the game. And if I could keep Kim and let go of Joe, I'd have let Mike. Go and have one of them.
Okay, Jeff.
Okay.
No, they didn't.
They always cut us.
Wait.
Out of context. Now let me explain what it was. Let me give you the preamble to what led to that. So what I said was in the first week, I decided and I had made Avala and everyone on the white team a promise because I had the most coin. And my promise to them was, I will make sure everyone on the white team stays. Okay? But because Omashola had coins stolen from me, and I thought I was found in a conundrum. Am I to move as a house leader or as a team leader? And to me, house leader superseded team leader. So I said, okay, it's only fair that someone who had 120 coins should be placed in the same position that he was prior to that. So I gave him 100 coins, knowing fully well that all I needed to survive the game was 250 coins. And believe it or not, between me and King, who had the most coin at that point in time, I told her, I said, you know what, I'm willing to give up 300 of my coin to the people that required it. Okay? The problem we found was that nobody was going to break coin for us. So when I gave Mike 100 coin, which was one coin, on Mashola, okay?
Was it the one that was stolen eventually?
Sorry?
Was it stolen eventually?
No, after his coins were stolen.
Yeah, after it was stolen. So I gave Omashola 100, so all the holes I had, I'd broken. Kim had even given me coin from hers. People were refusing to break coin after that, so I was unable to meet my obligations, even people like Avala. Because I just assumed that, okay, you break coin from what's the big deal? But nobody broke coin. So I'd already given out the whole coins.
Yeah.
And then, in hindsight, I'm thinking about it, I'm like, you know what, if I was actually in zone of game mode.
I told you it was going to give out those
Game
coins.
mode.
You would definitely
No
have stopped.
sentiments, no sentiments, no sentiments.
So do you regret that?
I don't regret it. I really don't. It happened the way it happened, and it's cool the way it happened, and I'm upset at myself for not fulfilling my promise to Avala, but I do not regret it.
Oh,
What
wow.
No, here's the thing.
I'm actually shocked.
No, Avala, listen, it's not about you. The thing is,
No, but, because you know, I want to ask you a question. Did you think you played the game right? Because you left.
So, yeah, no doubt. It's not a question
No, because
about...
you left. Because at the end of the day, if you played your game right, Marshalla would have left and you would have stayed, bruh.
Yeah,
That's why Marshalla was still there and everybody else was still there, because you didn't play the game right. What you did was thinking about, oh, let me just give my guy. That was it. And that was some bull. Because one thing I do not like is people who... One thing I do not like that people do to me is, some people that I cut off, is lie or try to make it look like
Did
they're...
you cut Jeff off? Listen.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Okay. It's you can continue when I'm done. It's a thing where I felt like he was just doing it just to be on a Mashallah and them's good side. I just felt as if he was so fake and you didn't mean what you said ever.
To you or general?
To me, and I felt like that's why I also had a problem with Kim, because I felt like you people were thinking like y'all the king and queen in the house, and you guys would let us know who can stay. No, let
So
her
you're happy
go.
when they put that?
I was jumping like
Oh,
No,
they
but
were,
she
they were
knows.
elated, man.
I'm not even surprised at anything you said. But to be honest, the fact is, no doubt we schemed, but then we did scheme with principle.
Why did you call me and apologize?
I feel like
you would never take
when-
anything back.
The reason I
do the
called
same
you to
thing again.
apologize to you, Avala, was because I felt I had made a promise to you, and I did not meet that promise.
Then why are you saying
You don't regret it.
don't regret it?
I don't regret it because I placed priorities the way I thought I should, to the best of my knowledge at the time.
And that's why you left.
And that's fine too.
Okay.
Mama.
Why do you feel nobody should have left before you, Thelma? I mean, you got into the show. At the start of the show, you're one of the few people who stood out to me, and I think a lot of viewers, as the one person who was there to compete. You were probably there to make a few friends, but you wanted to win. You didn't really care about relationships or anything. So why didn't you think anybody else should have left before you?
I think the thing is, because of that fish which I had with Tacha. Yes, I would definitely, no, I have a point for saying what
You
I'm
still
saying.
like fish?
I love fish. but that's not it. What I'm trying to say from that, what I'm trying to derive from that is, you know, definitely we all know that Tacha had fans before the lights. I don't even have up to 1K followers before the lights. Let me 100 people. They will not follow, they will
I think
follow.
fighting with her
So,
at the time you did was
yes,
affected you.
it affected me. It really affected me. I must say that. Because, you know, when you have a fan base, even if you cough at someone or you slap someone, they will stay behind you. And that is nonsense. And that is why most of our fans behave like her. But for real.
What does that mean?
Yes. I'm not gonna lie, because nobody is gonna beat me. If you know the truth, you stand by
What do you
the
mean her
truth.
fans behave like her? I'm not
Yes,
sure I get
they
that.
know that she will do something wrong, and yet they will like try to support her. But that's
Well, I think we'll have an episode where we're going to be talking about fans and, you know, how they, to an extent, control how you guys think.
Yeah, true.
And that's a very heavy one, but so we'll leave that for that day. But that's it for today, guys. We're back with Pepper Dem Gang to dish more Addictive TV. But in the meantime, here is something for you guys to chew on. Remember, you are not defeated when you lose. You're only defeated when you stop trying. I'll see you tomorrow.
I think I just fell.